Well, it's Monday, September the 29th. September is just about over. The word for you today, our devotion, it's submit to spirit control. Submit to spirit control. Well, what is that? Well, Proverbs 25, verse 28 says, like a city whose walls are broken down is a man who lacks self-control. Back in Solomon's days, a city was not safe if it did not have strong walls. The strong walls act as a barrier from the enemy that would come against it. Solomon is comparing a man who has no self-control, who exercises no self-control. Doesn't mean he doesn't have it. He exercises no self-control, to a city whose walls are broken down. Anybody can come in. If we have no self-control, if we decide to exercise no self-control, then it just, any idea that pops in our head, we'll just do this. We'll just say this. We'll just do anything. And we find ourselves in a lot of trouble when that happens. Self-control acts like a barrier against enemies that would come into my life, just like the walls do for a city. A wise man exercises self-control over his emotions, his appetites, and his passions. His emotions, if we just respond emotionally to everything, we're going to be in trouble. Appetites, we get hungry. We sit down to a meal. I don't know about you, but I want to eat ice cream first. No, you need to have the meal first. There has to be self-control to help us in our lives. The wise man also does not allow them to control his decisions, but makes logical decisions based on what he knows to be right rather than his emotions. So a wise man exercises self-control by not giving in to his emotions. He has self-control to choose to do what is right. Now, a foolish man lets his emotions, his appetites, and his passions affect his decisions. How many of y'all have children at home or grandchildren at home, and it comes time for meal, and a good, healthy, nutritious meal has been fixed, and then there's chocolate cake and ice cream for dessert? Do you ask the kids, what do you want to eat first? No. Why? Because young children, they're not thinking about self-control. They're thinking about what they want. They depend on you for that self-control, to have them eat what they should eat first, and then they can enjoy the other. Like a city whose walls are down is a foolish man who just allows anything to come in and just reacts to anything. What outside sources are coming against you that you have to exercise self-control? Could it be anger? Could it be love for money? Could it be a critical spirit where you criticize, you see the faults in people? Could it be envy or jealousy? These influencers will affect our decisions if we allow them to, but they don't have to, because we can exercise self-control. It's kind of like a basketball player. He's shooting a free throw. Used to be when somebody was shooting a free throw, everybody in the place was quiet. Not anymore. All the opposition is shouting, yelling, stomping, waving anything they can wave to try to distract the shooter. If the shooter does not have self-control, he's looking around at all this chaos and he's going to miss the shot. But if the shooter has self-control, he doesn't even see all that stuff, doesn't hear all that noise. He's focused totally on the basket. And that's what God is telling us to do, to submit to spirit control. It's kind of like going to a buffet. You know, when I was younger, I loved buffets because I could eat a lot and get my money's worth. Now, afterwards, I felt pretty miserable. But boy, it was fun eating. Today, I can't eat as much. And even if I eat too much, it's really not worth it because I feel so miserable. Well, that's the same way in life. When we don't exercise self-control, if we go to a buffet and we exercise self-control, we can enjoy what we want to eat, a reasonable amount, and walk away feeling good. But if we go in and just gorge ourselves, we're going to feel awful later. The same way in life. If we don't exercise self-control over those things that come against us, and we can through the power of the Holy Spirit, eventually we're going to feel awful. Submit to spirit control. Let the Holy Spirit control your emotions, your appetites, your passions. When we allow him to do that, life is so much better. Have a good day.